Hello, once again,
We back.
you savages, you freaks of
What is wrong
nature,
with you?
of
Why do you keep
life.
listening to us?
You clearly have masochistic tendencies because you keep finding us. I mean, what was what Thanos told them, the Avengers? Oh yeah, you can live with your failure. So what did that lead you back to me? R.I.P. Thanos. Somebody's carrying his remains in the bar, full of dust.
Somewhere.
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 In the greater back in the good old days when the MCU was actually good. Anyway, so
Shots fired early in the podcast.
Oh, that reminds me, we had to add something into the a movie section. Anyway, this is the Husky Boy Boo podcast number 107.
All right.
Christ Almighty, we are in the triple digits. I still can't believe it. Efforts that started in a man cave back in the Dominican Republic version of Geekville, then transferred to the Geekville of these here United States. And now we are in the triple digits, and God, I mean, I can't believe it. We made it this far.
All your hard work, your dedication, and thank you for allowing me to ride with you.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I was always looking for a companion. I had one in DR. Wanted to try the wife, but the wife had no time with this. So she was like, you keep doing your weird stuff. I'll be just cooking over here and taking care of the kid and making her smart. You know, the important things in life.
The important things in life, exactly.
The important things in life. Like whatever your tendencies are, I much rather let you to your endeavors, and God bless.
You do you, homie.
Basically.
I'll be over here. Let me know if you need me, all right?
Basically, she's like, I love you. Get the fuck away from me. Honey, I love you. If you're hearing this, I love you, babe.
2 chops to the throat. What you get to.
Or you're just gonna get a Walter chop on the chest, which is that will send you to another dimension.
No, thank you. I don't want it. I don't want to see it either. Please don't hurt me.
Please go watch on YouTube a compilation of Walter chops, or when he was before Walter and not Gunther. I mean, he still does the chops from hell, but back in the Indies, like he would. It's like watching a body go inward and then going in the other side, like all the insides just turn out after you slap him. Just a chop in the chest. It's like it's like, oh man, the dude is doing the Lord's work. Anyway.
Keep doing you, man.
Yeah. Anyway. Like, thank God we don't have an RIP section this week. I mean,
thank goodness.
Yes, I mean,
we escaped it.
It means that people near and dear our hearts, us geeks, has not, taken the big check or the big, just haven't gone to the other side. So thankfully for that. So I'll just start with the introvert tweets. The thing we started in the last podcast, courtesy to the introvert probs with 2 S's at the end tweets on the Twitter. See, so you can see that even in the harshest of environments, known as Twitter, you can find some light in the end of the tunnel there. I mean, in the midst of apocalyptic darkness that is inside of Twitter, you can still find some ray of light. And I have, so that's why I keep on going through this, because it speaks my language as an introvert. And let's just say that these tweets serve not just to tickle my little, or make me go like Sheldon Cooper. Or it would just help the people out there that don't know how to deal with introverts. So because these are not just tweets that are funny. This is
real shit. This is exactly what you guys deal with.
Exactly. This is a perfect description of what to do. So here's the first one. When I say I'll see to plans 10 out of 10 times, I'm not leaving my house. I might even ask what time for the decoration. That is so true. If I say I'm heading to the bed and you see me online later, it's not that I lied. It's that I reached my socialization limit and needed to unwind while watching funny videos. So literally, I am in bed, but watching videos. That's basically it. So don't feel bad. It's just need to disconnect. I'm an introvert. I like being alone. I distance myself from time to time for my own personal reasons that have nothing to do with me acting funny or being upset about anything. I need space and peace of mind. People can be overwhelming at times. The next one. Are you busy tomorrow? That entirely depends on the rest of the information you're about to be given to me.
I don't even think that has to do with an introvert. I think that just has to deal with people that don't want to deal with bullshit either. Because I'll say the same thing. You busy tomorrow? Why? What do you need? What do you want?
Like, is this gonna get uncomfortable? Is this about to get uncomfortable because me no like it?
Yeah, exactly.
Because me no like uncomfortable shit. So yeah, that's our all the introverted tweets of this past week. So now we go to our regular scheduled shindigs, and we go on to the sports and wrestling news. First off, we start off as Dominican blood, or the Jackson Pollock painting that is known as Dominican blood, course through our veins. I'm speaking of both of us, since there is Dominican blood going through our veins, or the Jackson Pollock painting of blood that was Smashville back in the 1500s. Like when God said multiply, fill up, those people understood it in a whole different sense.
Like, oh, okay.
I was
no problemo.
So you mean smash with everything? Everything that walks then. Okay.
No problem, man.
And God is like, there's conditions though.
No.
And like it was done. Oh, okay, you're done already. Ew. Yeah, that's nasty. So, as Dominicans' blood coursed through our veins, we have to talk about this. This is maybe not hot stuff for most people. I mean, we've talked about baseball quite a lot. Enter the what we're trying to get to. But, for Dominicans, baseball is it. That is it. Like, watch any professional league here in these United States. And where are most of the Dominicans playing? Yes, baseball. Why? I don't know why God gave us the gift of just destroying a ball with a stick. God gave us that gift. And also throwing a ball very fucking hard.
Yeah.
I don't know where those gifts came from. I don't know if there's some correlation with back when, before we were this thing that we are now, our ancestors used to play some sort of version of early baseball that we didn't know about, but we were really freaking good at it. It's like, it's almost in our DNA.
Well, when a kid in DR can hit a plastic milk cap with a fucking broomstick.
Yeah. That pretty much...
They gifted us.
Yes.
Gifted, well, at least half of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I whatever sports gene is flowing through Dominican blood, that shit avoided me like the plague.
You have to have an interest. When people don't have an interest in something.
Yeah, but the art stuff, the nerdy stuff, the geeky stuff, oh yeah, no, I was all in. And even my dad was like, how did I spawn you?
God looked at you and said, you know what? This Dominican's going to be different. Let's give him the artsy part of
God was like,
and that's it.
Let's make him weird.
Yeah. You know what, son? I'm sorry what I'm going to put you through, but here you go.
Yeah, thank you, God. Thumbs up, by the way. Wow, longest intro ever. Anyway, World Baseball Classic is going to start in a week, basically. That's what we're saying. World Baseball Classic is going to start in a week. Whilst the spring training, exactly, whilst spring training will be in effect as well. So, double the pleasure, double the fun for all you baseball fanatics out there, that you will be having some sort of baseball, one that has meaning, other that kind of has meaning. Kind of.
Well, spring training don't really have meaning at all either.
I
watched my first one today.
Wait a minute.
The fifth inning.
Wait a minute.
Aaron Judge is out.
Did you say either? What do you mean that the World Baseball Classic ain't worth a damn?
What is it worth? What does it do? Other than having baseball, what does it do It doesn't do anything for the season. Rights. It just starts it a little earlier.
It gives you bragging rights.
Bragging rights. I mean,
and
I guess. But do you know who won the last baseball classic?
DR.
And before that one?
DR.
Coño.
We've been killing it. I think I mean, before that, I don't know. I don't remember who won.
Should anyone else show up this year?
I don't know. It's your choice. Pick your funeral, I guess. It's your funeral. Whoever faces the.
Well, no. Hold on. In 2017, the U.S. won.
17?
Yeah. 2013, DR won.
Okay, and before that one also was DR.
No, was Japan and Japan.
Also, Japan is the one that has been...
Japan, yeah, won in 6 and 9, and then DR won, and then the U.S. won.
Oh, okay. There was one in 2017?
Yeah, it's every 4 years. It's like almost like the Olympics for baseball.
Oh, okay.
So it started in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
So they do it maybe every like 3 or 4 years. I guess depending on how it works. But last one was in 2017, which the U.S. won, and they probably didn't have one recently because of COVID. Yeah, so now that the world is open up,
they prolonged it as much as they could once restrictions were lifted.
Yeah, and I think they're having it in. Where are they having it in? Taiwan?
Well, in the States and some other parts of the country, the world as well.
Yeah, I forgot where it was.
It's all over the place. It's always all over the place.
But DR was 4th in 2006. Didn't rank in 2009. Didn't rank in 13. And didn't rank in 17. So they be doing something this year, because I looked at that squad.
No, I
don't think anyone should show up.
It is stacked to the gills. It's rather just like, okay, just give them the goddamn trophy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just give them the goddamn trophy. Don't even show up. Don't bother. Don't bother. Just like, okay, like let's just forfeit all the games and let's just let DR go in over there and get their freaking Plátano Power pose.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it looks like they're playing in Lone Depot Park, which is Miami.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. They have to play on South because...
Tokyo Dome, which is probably...
It's
Field, which is Arizona.
Tokyo Dome is a closed dome, so there won't be any problem with the weather over there. I mean, I know it would be kind of cold because Japan is kind of north-ish.
Yeah.
So, but it won't be any problem with the weather because it's a closed environment. So... And I know that because of wrestling.
So and then they play in Taiwan, and then they play in Arizona.
Yeah, I know. The States were eventually always going to get... I mean, it's where the freaking sport was invented, so of course.
So, I mean, it should be good. But, I mean, I don't see any other team but DR really winning anything. I mean, their team is just too stacked. I mean... I don't know.
The best of the best is in there. It's like the Dominican version of the Dream Team for baseball.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Basically. Now,
that's exactly what it is.
Like I said before in another podcast, the only one that can beat DR is DR. If them boys start drinking, if them boys start drinking and hooling and doing all that kind of ill shit outside the ballpark, we are done.
They gotta keep the hot blooded stuff inside.
Yeah, we are freaking done. Like you don't want to know what the hell happens in Winter League in DR, man. They believe me, they don't play for the money over there. No. That money that they get over there, like compared to what they get paid in the States, that money is drinking money. That's beer money. That is beer money. Them boys just go out there just so they can hang with them boys together and do all kinds of ill shit.
Shit that we're not going to talk about.
Yeah, because we're trying to keep it in PG and I already cussed a couple of times. Anyway.
Fuck them.
As Bernie Mac would say. God rest his soul. Anyway. Keeping on the baseball theme, we just found out today as a recording time that Manny Machado has structured an extension deal with the Padres for 11 years and $350 million. Now I want to get your thoughts on this because I'm sort of like, $350 for 11 years? That's like a quarter of what a Judge got. Then again, not everybody's Aaron Judge.
Hold on.
Yes, it is $350.
I know it's $350. I'm not saying that.
And it's for 11 years. That pretty much ties him for the rest of his career because I don't think that boy getting any younger.
Well, it's 31.8 a year.
Okay.
Judge got 40.
Well, so it's not that much of a bad deal.
He got more years.
Yeah, but he's going to get fucked in taxes because it's California.
I'm not even worried about that. What I'm worried about is, dude is 30 years old.
Exactly. He's going to be 41. He's going to be 40
31 soon.
This is a Bobby Bonilla thing.
It's an A-Rod thing.
Oh.
The A-Rod, that was the worst. That's why the Yankees stay away from big contracts longer than 7 years. Because A-Rod
fucked them
so good.
But at least they didn't Bobby Bonilla.
So, Manny Machado's turning 31 in July 6th. So this dude is going to be 42 years old by the time that contract ends. And how good do you think this dude is going to be?
Mm-hmm. He's going to be scrub by then. He's going to be a scrub.
So, there's not much of the contract details that are coming out. I don't know if there's going to be any player options, if there's going to be any team options, which typically means, they can do something. But it's crazy.
Yeah.
To me, it's okay. Aaron Judge deals for 9 years. It takes him to 39 years old. But there's a break in there if he wants it.
Plus, something tells me, dude is like, what, 6'7"? Aaron Judge?
Who?
Aaron Judge.
What happened? I didn't hear you. Broke up.
Judge. Is he
Aaron
like
Judge.
Is he like 6'7"?
Yeah, he's 6'7".
Yeah, so big guys, you might lose some strength, but god damn, that frame of yours is gonna help you swing that motherfucker out of the fence.
The Yankees have already even started trying him out at first base.
But they don't even have to go through that one. They can put him DH. Deal. Yeah, and they can put him DH once once his guarding skills go down. They can DH his ass and suck some more years out of him out of there.
Yeah, you can and as long as he can hit the ball and he doesn't lose his
hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, exactly. I think he'll do what he needs to do with that contract, and and who knows?
Yep. So
and he might be good until he's maybe 41, 42, but 9 years is not as deep as 11 years.
Yep. That's a decade plus a tip.
I'm looking at his contract there. Where the 2?
That's a decade plus a tip.
4, 6, 8.
You gotta be wondering that his agent must be pretty goddamn freaking good.
Yeah. So, but the whole thing is that Aaron Judge and Hal Steinbrenner, who's half of the team, the son of obviously Steinbrenner.
Yeah.
George Steinbrenner. He's running almost like day-to-day operations. They basically locked this up in the middle of the night. called Judge and basically was like, "What's it gonna take for you to be a Yankee again? Do I need to go to the ninth year?" And Judge was like, "I want to be a Yankee for the." Basically, he asked Judge, "Do you want to be a Yankee?" Because I want to be a Yankee for the rest of my career. He goes, "What do I need to do to make it?" And basically it was done, and in the middle of the night, he got his 9 years, and he got they're saying this is the largest average salary contract for a position player in Major League history.
Yeah, but we're going. It's funny how we turn things about the Yankees when we're talking about someone else.
Well, because it wasn't that we turned it. You have to compare him to someone that just recently signed this big contract and as good as Judge is.
Yeah, but
it was the last one.
I think that, and this is not us being partial because we're Yankees fans, but I think Judge is a better ball player than Machado.
I think overall Judge is a better player than Machado.
Overall.
Machado numbers have dipped a little.
I think
since joining.
I think that this is me talking outside of the box. I think something that contributed for Machado getting such a thick contract was what happened to the other dude, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Tatis.
Yeah, Tatis. He kind of shot himself in the foot there. Also, not admitting. I mean, when you got caught, man. I don't know what happened. I'm not saying he did or didn't. I don't know, but the evidence popped him. Like they did. Those screenings are unscheduled. They just and it happened. It happened. So just take ownership. Like sorry, we're gonna go to wrestling a little bit, but when Roman Reigns got popped one time a few years ago, before he had his diagnosis with leukemia, that he had to go back and get his treatment. Like a year and some change before that, he got popped. And WWE don't fuck with that. They don't fuck with that. With like performance enhancing drugs, they don't fuck with that. After the whole Hulk Hogan back in the 80s and all that shit, they don't fuck with that. They don't, and especially the Chris Benoit thing, which we will not go into. That's a whole nother. That's a whole
nother podcast in itself. We can spend a whole hour on that.
Yeah. So after all of that, WWE do not play with that kind of shit. And you know what he did? He didn't start going like, "Oh no, because this is happening." Like, yeah, you know what? I take full responsibility. I take my suspension. He took like a what? What was it, like a 30? I think it was a 30-day suspension. He took a 30-day. He took it like a boss.
That's light compared to what baseball is doing.
Yeah, but that was because it was his first time, though. That was his first time. It was a first
baseball
time.
Don't play. Baseball is making a big thing about performance enhancing drugs. I mean, they're handing out half a season
for the first timers.
First timers like half a season, and the second time you're done. It's like you're out for the whole season.
Yeah, you're out for a whole season for a second timer. Third timer, you're gone. And third timer, you're gone. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You're done.
What the sad thing about Tatis Jr. is the dude's 24.
Yeah, he's young as fuck. He has
his whole life ahead of him.
Dude has not even peaked yet.
And the whole thing is that no matter what this dude does for the rest of his career,
they're gonna dangle this.
Can get the home run record. He still is not gonna get into the Hall of Fame because of this one fucking incident.
Yep.
And if he would admit to it, maybe towards the end of his career, the writers that vote people in be like, you know what, he did admit to it. He didn't manifest up, blah blah blah. Let's think about him.
Yeah.
Now he, like you said, he didn't admit to it. So now no matter what career he has from now on, he's done.
In terms of Hall of Fame.
So all this kid could do now is play for the love of the game and the money.
Yep. Collect his paycheck, and that's it.
That's all he can do now. And you know what?
Try to get a good living, because Cooperstown and all that shit. That thing is
That's
like
not in his. It's not in his future.
it's. I would say like because we don't know if times would change and the writers would change back. Like we're talking about 25 years down the line down there, or in the future. We don't know if the mentality would change about that. Because let's not go there. That's a whole other thing. But the thing is that we don't know if the mentality of the writers could change. So I give him like maybe a 20% chance that he could go to the Hall of Fame at this point if he don't fuck it up.
That's a lot. That's a lot of percentage.
Yeah, but I'm still giving him a little window. Believe me, it's an 80% shot that he ain't gonna make it. It's an 80. 80 is pretty much a lock.
The only way I see him getting in
is if the writers,
if the writers help him out.
Yeah,
because the writers now,
they're the ones that control.
You'll never see Bonds.
Yep.
A-Rod, Roger Clemens.
All the
none of those guys.
All the steroid era. All the steroid era.
They're never gonna be. They'll never be in the Hall of Fame.
And you know what? Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa should be appreciated because they're the ones that put butts in the seats.
Yeah, but
they
the writers don't see it that way.
Yeah, people gotta understand. Like we're talking about 20-something years ago, almost 30 years ago. Baseball went on strike in '94. On '94, baseball went on strike and became the most unpopular sons of bitches under God's green earth. Like nobody wanted to go to a fucking baseball game after that because it was like, oh, you greedy motherfuckers. You greedy sons of bitches. All you want the fucking money. All you want the goddamn coin. So people and people backlash at the games and attendance was dismal at the best. Baseball was DOA. It was dead. Dead as fuck. And then in 98, the whole home run race changed the perspective of everything. Were they juiced out the gills? Undoubtedly. Unfucking-doubtedly. Look at the fucking eyes that those motherfuckers had. They look like fucking straight out of a Hulk comic. They just need the fucking green skin on that motherfuckers and that's it. Sammy Sosa, what is he, like 5'8"? He was knocking shit out of the park on a fucking nightly basis. Mark McGwire, holy shit, 6'4". He looked like fucking Brock Lesnar. You're gonna tell me a dude that back in '88 was skinny as fuck and then all of a sudden looked like goddamn Brock Lesnar?
Same thing with Barry Bonds, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, you ain't gonna tell me.
Skinny dude.
You ain't gonna tell me. Barry Bonds was skinny as fuck. You can fit him like a toothpick between your teeth. Back in the '80s. Then all of a sudden he went to San Francisco and got jacked.
Weights, man. That's all it was. He hit the weights.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I'm Dorian Yates from '94. You get that reference? You get it. Dorian Yates was a fucking bodybuilder, and he was yoked.
Oh my god.
Joked. Go Google it. Like right now, go Google Dorian Yates in '94. Dude won Mr. Olympia like I don't know how many freaking times. He broke Schwarzenegger's record.
What was his first name?
Dorian Yates. Google
Yates.
Yeah.
You said Gates.
No. WATES.
Oh my god.
Exactly. Unhuman. That dude was yoked. His muscles on top of other muscles.
You just worked out a lot, dude.
Yeah, right. And I'm Dorian Yates.
And if you want to add another athlete in there, look at the fucking Rock.
Oh, dude, no, wait. We're gonna get to him. We're gonna get to him in a little bit.
The dude went from Rocky Maivia to the fucking Brahma Bull in like 2 seconds.
No, and the thing is, the dude is still yoked to this day in his 50s. Like testosterone went bye by the time you hit the 4-0. Testosterone dies by the time you get the 4-0. Your testosterone levels go down, and this motherfucker is yoked to the 10th degree for a 50-something-year-old man. Like, I do not know how he carries that weight. But let's not speculate on what is going on. Anyway, okay. So let's go and talk about other shit. Okay. Yeah, we're talking about what Russell Westbrook. He went away from LA for 2 seconds.
He just went across the street, that's all.
And he just came back. He's back in LA, but in the Clippers.
He's like, oh, the Lakers don't want me. I go to Utah. Oh, Utah wants to buy me out? Hey, Clippers, you want me?
You have to understand. You have to understand. He's an LA guy. He was born and raised in LA, so he has an affinity to being back home. That is his home. So I mean,
hope he has a better.
Basketball is a very taxing.
Some of his stuff.
Basketball is a very taxing game. Like, I've seen people in their 30s be like, I'm done. This shit fucked me up for the rest of my life. My back ain't shit.
What they need to do is look at LeBron James.
That dude, I don't know what the hell he's sucking from, but it's amazing.
The fountain of youth somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, dude is like 38?
Something like that.
He's 38 and he's still playing like he was in his late 20s. I mean, he's not as dominant as he was back in the days, but he's good. He's good.
He can still fuck you up.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
38. He's going to be 39 this year.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. I saw that kid when he was a teenager, starting playing the game in the NBA. Yep. And now he's going to be a 40-year-old. Jesus Christ. What's that says about me? Let's keep that between ourselves. Oh, fuck.
Do Holden, man. Don't worry about it.
God. Anyways, let's go to the other stuff. Okay. The XFL 3.0 started. We're going to call it 3.0 because it's the third version of the XFL. Now, this time under the Dwayne The Rock Johnson edition.
And his wife.
Ex-wife.
Well, ex-wife.
My
apologies. His ex-wife.
Ex-wife. Who is still his business partner. I do not.
Brolic too.
I do not understand that. Like, how do you get along with your ex-wife?
I don't think they had a bad divorce.
No, I think it was amicable. It
was amicable. They just went their separate ways. They knew they weren't, they fell out of love. The daughter was grown up.
Yeah, at least they didn't fuck her up.
They just, they did what they did and just went their separate ways.
But they're still friends.
If they're still friends and you find a good business, it's hard to find good business people these days, especially partners that, that's going to have your back and shit. And he found her.
Henry Cavill fired her ass, though.
He what?
Henry Cavill fired her ass. She was his agent.
Really?
Yeah. After the whole DC ordeal. After the whole DC shit that went down, the man formerly known as Superman fired her ass. So I was like, yeah, we're done.
Well, doesn't mean she's not good at anything else. She's just ran her time. Her time runs out.
But look,
not everyone sticks with their agent.
I don't necessarily fault her for that one. That was more the decision of the new bosses at DC. That wasn't her fault. That wasn't her call.
When you're pissed off, you have to look at someone.
Someone gonna get that L. He pretty much blamed it on her. But anyways, so the XFL started. Do we know any XFL teams?
I don't. I seen they have a lot of ex-football NFL players, and I saw some plays, and the game looked good. I mean,
well, it's an option.
Football fan. It's an option. Then it's something to replace football until football comes back.
Yeah, and it's still technically within the end days of winter, so you still get some football after your traditional football gets done. So it's an option.
If you're a huge football fan, yeah, it's definitely an option.
Yeah, so that way you don't have to watch the Canadian shit.
You do got some teams here, the Vipers, Battlehawks, Sea Dragons. the Guardians.
Whatever the fuck those things.
Those
mean.
are all team. There's 2, 4, 6, 8 teams. They're there. Arlington Renegades, DC Defenders, Houston Roughnecks, Orlando Guardians, San Antonio.
They have teams.
They got 8 teams.
They have teams. So you have options.
Hopefully, you can expand a little bit more. I mean, you don't have every state in there. I mean, you got Arlington, which is probably Texas. You got DC, which is, Houston, Orlando, San Antonio, Seattle, St. Louis, Vegas. New York should probably get in there. I mean, they could make something big out of it. I mean, it was huge at one point. They had a lot of teams before, I think, when McMahon owned it, but it's just...
The first version of it was actually... It started okay, but then it started to descend. The second version, I don't know what the fuck happened, because...
It was up, and then it was just down.
Yeah.
They played a couple of weeks, and then it was just like, okay, bye.
We're done. Bunch of owners started sending lawsuits to McMahon and company.
Yeah, if you don't have someone that knows the football game and know how to run it and come up with ways of making it different than the NFL, you're gonna that's why I'm afraid of this WWE sale. Because it's like, if you don't put it into the right hands, it can end really quickly.
Yep. You're almost killing the lead here.
I'm sorry, but the XFL is run by Dwayne and his ex-wife and hopefully other partners, but he knows football. He played football in college and in high school. So I'm hoping that him and his partners come up with different ways, which I think they already did, to make XFL good.
And he also,
get the real football back.
I think he also played in the Canadian League for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know anything after Miami.
Hey, at least he went. At least Roman Reigns has more experience on professional football leagues than he
so does Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
and both of them Minnesota.
And both of them played for Minnesota because Roman played for the Vikings.
A lot of these wrestlers, if you look into their background, a lot of them came from sports, playing either football.
Yeah, Baron Corbin
wrestling.
was the Kansas City Chiefs, or I think the Arizona Cardinals.
Who?
Baron Corbin. I think it was either the Arizona Cardinals or the Kansas City Chiefs. No, it was the Cardinals. Yeah, Arizona Cardinals. So... And of course Pat McAfee, the kicker for the what was his team?
Baron Corbin actually looked like he played for.
Wasn't it the Cardinals? Colts. The Colts? No. He played for the Colts? No. Pat McAfee played for the Colts. And I think he also played for them.
No, he signed with the Colts after being undrafted. He was roommates with future All-Pro punter and professional wrestler Pat McAfee.
Oh, so they knew each other.
They knew each other and they played on the same team. And then he joined the Arizona Cardinals practice squad.
Okay,
and that's signed to a future contracts. Then he was released.
And then got picked up by WWE, I guess.
Yeah, same thing as Pat McAfee, most likely.
Yeah, but at least Pat McAfee is famous for himself, not so much his WWE run, because he has his famous podcast and whatnot.
Yeah, he only played for the Colts, it looks like.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee.
Okay, so now since we already dipped our toes in the wrestling realm, let's go in there. So this past week, on Wednesday, Dynamite, there was a whole hoopla over the internet that Tony Khan, the owner of AEW, was going to do this big announcement. And some people thought it was like, oh, what, Forbidden Door 2? Which was like a co-produced pay-per-view between New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW. So like, oh, so Forbidden Door 2, CM Punk is going to come back? What is this? No, it ended up being a fucking stupid reality show, AEW All Access, that's going to be airing after Dynamite every Wednesday. Exactly. Like, so you're wasted and you communicate, big announcement, and it turns out it's a fucking reality show. A dying dinosaur in this day and age, where people are like, oh yes, give me more fucking reality TV. And the reality should be put on air quotes, by the way. It's like it's like why waste our time making announcements when it's gonna be fucking horse shit?
See, this is why I let you watch the new stuff.
Yeah.
Because the old stuff wouldn't have been bullshit like that.
Okay. Another thing, this is more rumors than actual news because there's no facts on it whatsoever. This is how wrestling fans work, by the way, what I'm going to say. There's a rumor running around that on the dirt sheets, aka the wrestling websites all over the world that report wrestling news, quote unquote, that our favorite Minkya sprayer, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, VKM, is secretly running WWE Creative again. There's a rumor about that. And all it stemmed out is because there was a WrestleMania poster with Roman Reigns on it that when you look closely at the poster, because it looks like a movie poster, and you know that all the movie posters are kind of like the fine print of it, like who's starring, who's the producer, all that shit. It's pretty much the standard version for every movie poster. All movie posters have the same thing. And at the end, it gives you the director. And on that poster where Roman Reigns was, guess who showed up as a director? Vince McMahon. And that stemmed up. Oh, see there it is. He's confirmed. He's the creative. He's back in creative again. Like, have you been watching the product lately? No, it hasn't. It can't be Vince McMahon. No, because the booking, like I have to say, especially I've said it before, the whole bloodline thing, it has been booked to perfection. Like everybody should be even getting an Emmy award. It's that good a performance. Like the performance on everybody has been on another level. So yeah, Vince McMahon, no, I don't think so. So let's leave Mr. Minkya juice sprayer alone. Keep spraying that Minkya all over the place and entertain himself. Like, I'm gonna sell the company for $9 billion. Go ahead, yeah, Grandpa, go ahead. Stay in the corner. Okay. Give him an office space over there. Yeah, so he can stay his ass entertained, thinking he's gonna get that $9 bill. So
yeah, I think I might actually watch WrestleMania.
oh, I will.
The way that the story is, like I didn't even watch it, but just listening to you and the bloodline thing, and just looking at
I don't think
reports and stuff like that I read.
I don't think we're gonna record that Sunday. Is that it is that good? It is that good. Unless we
might have to do a surprise show on Monday,
or do a live recording.
Yeah, we can do that, but I think we're probably gonna have to record the day. We can't wait a week to talk about it.
No.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be some future planning that we need to. I mean, and we gotta get it on that shit quick because it's gonna be. It's in a month. The WrestleMania is within a month. So
well, it's all depending on the new schedule.
Yeah. Anyways, so let's get away from that rumor. So we go now into the Jeff Hardy story. If you were not aware, Jeff Hardy is currently an AEW wrestler. He pleaded no contest to multiple charges for a DUI, which was caught on video. Was very sad to see him going back to the old ways of drinking and other substances. He had his driver's license suspended for 10 years. He gets 2 years on parole, basically. He has to wear an ankle bracelet, reports himself to an officer every once in a while, and be tested every once in a while. He cannot fuck up, or it's back to the
concrete walls.
Yeah,
with bars.
Yeah, so he pleaded no contest, so that's pretty much an admission of guilt when you plead no contest. So he didn't fight it. He just took it in the chin like a man, and hopefully this time he does find some sort of.
Well, if they have him on video.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you gonna say? Like, well, that's not me.
That's not me. That's like having your pants down and getting recorded and be like, those are not my legs. I don't know where I've never owned a pair of pants like that.
That's not my dingus.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with that woman.
Oh, don't be talking shit about the Clintons, man. You're gonna get clipped. Don't be
I
talking
know.
shit about it. Don't be talking
I
shit about
don't want to die.
Jeffrey Epstein. Anyway.
Erased everything off the hard drive.
Get that fucking industrial size magnet and clean this shit up.
Clean the shit up, dude.
Anyway, so last wrestling news kind of will be that there is going to be a battle royal. This is for WWE. And it's going to be on a house show that's going to be taking place on MSG, Madison Square Garden, here in our neck of the woods.
Geekville.
Yeah, in a certain location on the neck of the woods in NYC. To determine who will face Gunther for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. The reason why it's going to be a house show and not televised is because Madison Square Garden charges up the yin-yang for televised events that are not handled by them directly.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, so that's why WWE hasn't had... Like, have you heard that every time WWE goes to New York, they always go to Barclays?
Yeah, well, MSG really fucked himself up now. James Dolan, you don't have enough money?
Exactly. Like, WWE and Madison Square Garden are synonymous to one another.
That's what you're gonna lose that contract with them, and they never want to come back.
So now WWE can only go to MSG on house shows, non-televised events.
Nah, that's whack.
Exactly.
WWE just needs to go to Barclay and call it a day.
Yeah.
Maybe MSG wants to charge up that much just to freaking film there. That's stupid.
But that's been the case for a minute now. I mean, have you noticed that WWE has not filmed anything in years in Madison Square Garden?
It's been like it for a minute. But years ago, they just built something right up the road from you that's called the Barclay that people are just going to not want to deal with your bullshit.
Hence why they only
go
to
you
Barclays.
Would think, hey, shit.
Dude.
Hey, James Dolan, do you want to like start charging cheaper? Like maybe like the same rate as Barclay to record here?
Why do you think that SummerSlam was being done on Barclays for 2 years straight? Because of that. That's WWE giving him the finger, saying like, we're going to do business with these guys, so fuck y'all. That was WWE doing this.
They should change this house thing, because that's good fucking ratings.
Now, the reason I mentioned this is, one, we're going to find out who's going to be the opponent for Gunther, or Gunther, as how they call him, or formerly known as Walter, in WrestleMania. My pick, although he's not in the card or one of the participants in this Royal Rumble, my pick is Brock Lesnar, because I do not want to see Brock Lesnar versus Omos in WrestleMania. That is bore fest. I'd rather see Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley, on loop. The first time they fought each other in Dallas all those years ago, which was a shit show, was one of the worst matches I've ever seen in my freaking life. I'd rather see that than see Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Why? Omos is green as fuck. He is green as fuck. And Lesnar is not... What are you going to have Lesnar do? Just bump for him? Just take bumps for him? And that's it? That's not an entertaining match. Now, Gunther versus Brock Lesnar is two fucking hosses beating the shit out of each other. For realsies. And something tells me Brock can take it. And something tells me also, you know what? Brock can dish it out too. I don't know. That whole being UFC World Heavyweight Champion thing kind of rings a bell in my head. I don't know.
Yeah, but fucking Lesnar might fucking snap and just go off
and
script,
that would be awesome. Gunther can take it. He's a big boy. He a big boy. He can take it. He can take it, bro. Gunther was like, you fucked me up, but you know what? Go ahead. Now I give it to you. One altering dimension chop later.
Imagine just them going back at it just with slaps.
Oh my God. Oh God. That's oh my God. I'm almost getting my pants are getting wet.
Mira, coño, cuidado.
That's a wrestling geek's wet dream right there. Where you just like, beat the shit out of each other. God damn it, that's right. Beat the living fuck out of each other.
Slap him back, Lesnar. Slap him back.
Go get him, Walter. I mean, Gunther.
I don't even know what the fuck your name is, but
I don't give a shit what your name is. Just beat the shit out of you, fucking German.
Hey. No,
he is German. Oh, no, sorry. He's Austrian.
Yeah,
Austrian.
He's going to get his canceled, man.
Austrian. What's wrong with saying German?
Go get him, you German. You can't.
Okay.
And he's not even German.
He's Austrian. And Lesnar is a Viking. So it's still northern, like.
But do you really want to see Lesnar go fight for the Intercontinental Championship?
Yes. Because it's Walter.
That's the only reason.
Yes. I don't give a shit about the fucking title. I just want to see them I just want to see them fuck each other up. That's all. like when they did Clash in the Castle last year, and it was Gunther versus Sheamus. I was like, oh yes, oh yes, and it did not disappoint. When I saw that match, oh God, Jesus, that did not disappoint. Because one, those two hit hard. There's no bullshit. There's no lovey-tappy with those two. When those two smash each other in the hitting sense. In the hitting sense.
Pause.
In the hitting sense. They do it for realsies. And you can tell because Sheamus, like John Cena used to call him back into the giant bowl of mayonnaise. If you get hurt, being your skin beyond white, you can tell. And let's just say Walter left his mark on him multiple times.
Whoa. What kind of mark we talking about here?
Chops in the chest, dude.
Oh, okay.
Christ, where's your mind today?
Yeah, listen, the way you've been talking over there.
Oh God! All this sexual innuendos.
Next.
Apparently, this podcast has changed to gay porn for some reason in the minds of some people.
I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, let's jump into the other stuff.
Anyway, it's stupid that they're having a house show for this match. By the way,
yeah.
But anyway,
yeah. No, that's on MSG's.
Fuck you, James Dolan.
Yeah, the most loved guy in
more
here.
than just one thing.
There's a reason.
You fear the Knicks.
There's a reason Charles Oakley tried to kill that motherfucker.
You should have done us the favor.
There's a reason Charles Oakley is banned from MSG for life. There's a reason. Charles Oakley don't fuck up with nobody just because. And I love the dude is on pushing 60. He got out like it was like 1989 or something. Like, fuck around and find out, motherfucker.
You want to find out? Let's go. Come on.
You want to know? You gonna learn today, boy.
In the parking lot.
You gonna learn today. You don't know. You don't know what I've been through, boy. I was in the Knicks in the late 80s. That's saying something. And before that, he was a Chicago Bull in the late 80s. That's saying something too.
Find out why
that pretty much
everyone wanted me, bitch.
Dude.
Find out why you signed me. Come on.
Dude, that's pretty much giving you dude a license to carry a knife. Back in the 80s, in the blow era, when all that angel dust was crawling around, all them fucking players was high as fuck. There was no testing back then. Nobody even tested that pee. Nobody want to fuck with those people. You went to the locker room like, oh, can I get a sample? Like, I'll give you a sample. Are you on blood? Oh, the NBA has changed.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, and Barkley back in the 80s when he was in the Sixers. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh, that man was fucking up people like it was nobody's business. He was throwing people out of windows. Dude, his locker room mother said, "Do not fuck with Charles Barkley." Thou shalt not fuck with Charles Barkley, the 11th commandment. Oh, okay. So now we're gonna go back now to the movie world. Okay.
Quick note.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about Charles Barkley in the 80s, you know. last week was the NBA All-Star game.
Uh-huh.
The fucking coach of LeBron's team goes, "This is the worst fucking team I
God
saw."
damn.
All you did was, so you got the ball, you want to shoot? All right, I'll leave you open. You go ahead and take your shot. I'm not even going to put a hand in your face.
And I think that's why those things are lost viewership. Because people are like, what the fuck is the point of this again?
At least baseball has something to look forward to.
Yeah, because it gives you home court advantage.
Exactly. I mean, you had charity. Like, okay, the basketball has charity and whoever wins goes to blah, blah, blah. But even if you freaking lost, I mean, you're getting something most likely.
Yep.
So it's like you don't even put a hand in someone's face. Like, it was like a 3-point contest. Okay. Oh, you want to dunk? Here. Here's the ball. I'll move out of your way. No problem.
Yeah,
the coach from the Denver Nuggets who was coaching LeBron's team said it was the worst game he have ever seen.
Oh, the times they are changing. They're not for the better. At least in my estimate. Anyway, let's go to the movies and comics.
That wraps up sports for today.
Yeah. There was a screening last week for Aquaman 2.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. That's more entitled. That was very apropos to this story. That reaction was very apropos. Apparently, the thing is that, screenings are to show the general public a movie that has not been released yet, just to get the people's opinion on if they like the movie or not. Mm-hmm. This movie apparently was such dog shit.
Well, without the main person in it.
This movie was such dog shit that people walked out of a screening. You got to understand, you don't even have to pay to be seeing this movie. They're paying you to see this movie. The studio is paying you. They grab you out of the street and say, "Can I have 2.5 hours of your time?" And they put you in a theater and make you watch this piece of shit for free, and they're paying you. And these people are like, money ain't worth this. This is some psychological torture bullshit I'm going here right now, motherfucker. I'm out of here. I'm out. Like, what kind of dog shit creation this must be that people fucking walked out of being paid to watch a movie? I mean, they didn't even have the decency or the courtesy to say what was wrong with it. I mean, could they even ask some of the people, but can you tell us what's wrong with it? Everything. Don't show this shit.
But you just put a big fire in that movie. Just put it in a big...
Burn it right next to Batgirl. Well, we're really going Scorched Earth today, aren't we?
Going Bernie Mac style.
It is Scorched Earth in this motherfucker. So yeah, things are not looking good for Jason Momoa. So I guess it's a good time that he's switching up characters, I guess. I guess it's a good thing that he's switching up the characters. He's going from Aquaman to Lobo. So I guess that's a good thing. Because I mean, I really wasn't looking forward to watching Aquaman 2. I mean, Aquaman 1 was like, it's all right. It was okay.
He wasn't in the test screening of 2, right?
Yes.
Oh, he was?
Yes. He's the main character.
I thought he was done, so they...
No.
casted another person.
No. He is the main character. It's just that
They sucked that. Oh my god!
the movie
I
sucked
thought he was out of it, and
regardless.
that's
No,
why
no,
it
no, no,
sucked.
no, no, no. The movie sucked regardless.
Yeah, burn it. Put it next to Batgirl.
And also
Failed projects.
let us be mindful that Miss I shit my ex-husband's pillow was in the movie too as well.
Oh, I thought
Because
they replaced her too.
no. And that's the dumb thing because like even if they do replace her, they still have to pay her regardless. Because it's an ironclad contract, whether they replace her or not. You know that there are actors that do not even show up in a movie, and just because they already hired them and they have it on their contract, they still pay them as if they did the movie because it's in the contract. So the studio gets fucked either way. So they just cut their losses and do what you got to do. But anyway. Yeah, that's Aquaman 2 for you. So it's gonna be looking forward to seeing that piece of shit.
Not anymore.
Well, if you're gonna go, what was it? Like Mystery Science Theater 3000, just sit a couple of guys and just roast the movie for 2.5 hours. Just roast the movie while seeing it. Okay, that I guess you could do that. Just like make it worth a while. Just. Yeah. And the good thing is, it's going to be an empty theater anyway, so you can do it. That's cold. That's fucking cold. Anyway, a movie in the comic book news. I haven't talked about comics in a while. That the Ultimate Marvel Universe will be coming back in June. If you don't know what the Ultimate Comic Book Universe is, and I see your dumbfounded face, you're like, what the fuck is this?
What are you talking about, Will?
Like, what the fuck? And back in 2001, Marvel launched a different universe from the main universe of the comic books called the Ultimate Universe, where they pretty much restarted the stories of every character and give them a more modern history. Like, for example, Spider-Man's his web shooters were green. His web was green. Peter was back being a teenager. Wolverine was 6'1". His character, by the way, in the comics is normally 5'3". He's a midget, basically. And it's because in the comics they explain it away is because of the adamantium. He can't grow any taller because the thing is so heavy. I mean, he almost weighs a ton. Wolverine with the adamantium on, he almost weighs a ton. So the fact that he can jump so freaking high is a testament that dude is yoked. Anyway, so the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Oh yeah, we're going back to a certain tattooed, bald former wrestler.
DC hero.
Yeah, well, was a DC hero. Anyway.
He'd be a DC hero always in my heart.
Yeah.
The most electrifying man in sports entertainment.
And he electrified that movie to the ground. Scorched Earth.
Burn that shit right down to
Scorched Earth it is.
Scorched to that shit.
Anyway, so the writer that actually ended the Marvel's Ultimate Universe, I think is Jonathan Hickman, I think is his name, if I recall correctly. He killed that story with the story he created, which was Secret Wars, and that universe collapsed and died in the hands of Doctor Doom. The only remainder of that universe is Miles Morales' Spider-Man, who then passed on into the normal Marvel universe. So apparently he's going to resurrect that universe back, and Miles will. I don't know if Miles is going to stay in the normal DC universe or go back to his old DC universe. By the way, just to little filler here, Miles became the Spider-Man of the Ultimate Universe because, as I stated before, there was a Peter Parker in the Ultimate Universe, but he died in the hands of the Green Goblin, which is like a roided version of Hulk that throws flames with his hands. So it's not the glider thing. Sorry. it turns out that the spider that bit Peter and also Miles in that universe was experiments done by Norman Osborn. And the mutation that they both got from being bitten from that spider, also it was part of what happened to Norman that turned him into the Goblin. And guess what? One of the effects of that mutation is that you're immortal. So there was a episode that Peter died saving his Aunt May and Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane. He died. Then it turns out that, oh, by the way, he's immortal, so he can't die. So when people thought that he was dead, that's where Miles Morales picked up the mantle, kind of like in Into the Spider-Verse kind of deal, kind of that way.
Yeah.
And Miles picked up the mantle and turned himself into Spider-Man. Then Peter came along back, and they explained the whole thing. But Peter decided to stay retired because he was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not even in my 20s, and I've already been dead and have post-traumatic stress disorder because of all the shit that I've been through as a superhero in my teens. So, yeah, I don't want to fuck with this. Good luck, kid. Good luck, kid. And all
Just
that.
gonna find you, man.
Good luck, kid. So he left a 16-year-old kid and Miles Morales to deal with that shit. So it's like, yeah, fuck all this. Here's my web shooters. Fuck you.
Now, you said DC?
Marvel.
Okay.
Marvel.
I got confused. I was like, hold on, what? You saying DC? And I'm I thought Spider-Man was a Marvel character.
Marvel. Another movie news. There are rumors that multiple Lord of the Rings movies are coming in the way. Yay!
Sorry.
Because
I'm
we
sorry.
didn't get.
I never watched one of them. It's just
look after what Amazon did to the Lord of the Rings lore. I'd rather leave that shit alone. Let it be. Let it be.
They're just trying to be Fast and the Furious now. That's all.
Yeah, family. Anyway.
I am Groot family.
Anyway, there are also talks to do one more final Harry Potter movie with the original core cast as adults.
No, just leave it.
So, all you fantasy geeks, yay!
No, just leave that shit where it's at.
Harry Potter's coming back.
No.
With kids, because he's an adult now. Yay! Fucking with the redheaded sister of the other dude that is his best friend.
You can put that movie right next to Aquaman and Batwoman.
Wow. Tell us how you really feel.
You can put Lord of the Rings on there too.
Wow. Tell us how you really feel. And lastly, we're going to the gamings. Apparently, in the gaming department, we only talk about the WWE 2K23 game. Because guess what? It's coming. It's already out.
That's why.
The game is already out. So it's purchasable now.
We did talk about the MLB one. The Capitan.
Oh, yeah.
The legend one.
Yeah. So, just an FYI for those of you who are thinking of purchasing the game now, you dummies. Why waste $70?
It's the same shit as 22, bro.
Exactly.
Graphics are exactly the same. All it is the storyline.
Yes. Why not waste $70?
If you need to give if you want to give away $70, just go buy merch.
Exactly.
35% off all the time
in the TeePublic store, which we will get to that later. Anyway, in the WWE 2K23 game, in my GM mode, there are 2 GMs, obviously because of Raw and SmackDown. But the in-game GMs are going to be Tyler Breeze and Xavier Woods. Now, I mentioned this because Tyler Breeze has not been seen on WWE programming in a minute. Back when the Black Friday thing happened, when they fired multiple people, he was one of the casualties of that Black Friday. And he hasn't been wrestling in the company since. But he still shows up on Up, Up, Down, Down, which is the Xavier Woods channel that is co-produced by WWE because WWE co-bought the thing because it was so goddamn popular. WWE's like, let me get some of that money. Let me get on that side hustle of yours. But it's my side hustle. Fuck you, bitch. It's my money now.
Like McMahon pays us to do this, and he doesn't really pay us.
Exactly. So, so Tyler Breeze has been a mainstay at Up, Up, Down, Down, which is like a sister project for WWE, I guess. because it's kind of WWE, but it's not. It's more like Xavier Woods thing, so the fact that he's in the game as a GM amazes me because I'm like, well, didn't they fire this dude a couple of years ago? Didn't they fire this dude? So what the fuck? He's like lingering. He's like the dude that didn't get the memo. He's like, you've been fired. They're like, so that, but I'm coming on Monday, right?
you still want me here on Monday at 7:00, right?
No, dude, you're fired.
You're fired.
No. I'll see you in the cafeteria.
I'll see you in the locker room, homie. I'll see you at 7.
And be like, didn't nobody tell him he been fired? Like, everybody know he fired. He don't give a shit. He just come back. He want that quan anyway. He want that money anyway. You're like, motherfucker, it's like I'm gonna get you sucker with the whole thing. Bitch, better have my money. Through rain, sleet, or snow. Bitch, better have my money. Not some, not half, but all my cash.
Have it all.
If not, I'm gonna put my foot straight up your and the people shouting in the room, "This man is Shakespeare." Referencing a 40-year-old movie. Anyway, that's how old the Wayans are.
Doesn't get old, man.
Yeah.
Well, we if it ain't don't be a menace. Or
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Yeah. Or Joey D.
Friday,
Bernie.
You just got fucked up the fuck out.
You get fired on your day off.
Anyway, so I guess does it for this edition of the Husky Bible podcast, which we chill entitled "Scorched Earth."
That's gonna be the title right there.
Scorched Earth, I guess.
107.
Yeah, 107. Scorched Earth.
Scorch them all.
Burn them all. Just a little reminder, as we mentioned already before, our TeePublic store, which always has like a 30% off, 20% off. Who cares at this point? Just buy the goddamn merch. Buy it. Help a brother out.
Buy it.
Oh, God, I almost died on that one. And also remember our website, huskybyboo.pod.com, our social media, Husky by Boo Pod, which is on Instagram and Twitter. My personal, that Ariel Duran on Instagram and Twitter. Do not follow me on Facebook. You will not get the acceptance.
I barely got accepted.
You will die waiting for that acceptance.
Be gray and old.
Yeah, you will die waiting for that acceptance. And Jonathan, his social media, JohnnyBoy426.
Instagram. You're not going to get Facebook, and I don't do that Twitter stuff. Elon Musk. I don't do him.
Yeah.
Crazy ass bitch. Anyway.
So again, this has been the Husky Bible podcast signing off. And
107 in the books.
Yeah, Scorched Earth. Our apologies right away to everybody that we burned. With the 3-degree burns that
we burned down two franchises.
A cinematic hero. And
a movie that never made the fucking theaters.
And a living legend in The Rock, who's bound to be a future WWE Hall of Famer. Like,
I don't know why they didn't put that man in yet.
Yeah.
Are they hoping for a damn return? Because he ain't returning.
No. Like if you're expecting The Rock to come back like in a regular wrestling schedule, you are sadly mistaken. John Cena's gone. John Cena's gone. That dude bleeds WWE.
It's like Austin used to say,
ain't gonna happen. So once again,
listen to.
This has been the Husky by Boo podcast signing off. This is Ariel
and Jonathan.
Take care, peoples, and try not to scorch the earth. Leave that.
Peace out, everybody. Have a great week.
Leave that to professionals.